All right, I'm here with Samantha Savage Smith. How you doing?
Good.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks.
Thanks for performing for us.
That was fun.
So you've had a pretty crazy day. You were on Canada AM this morning. How was that? What's it like getting up at 3 in the morning and then performing that early?
Not very fun. The waking up part isn't very fun, but the playing part was rad.
Yeah.
We just got there and ate muffins and sausages and rehearsed, and then played the song. It's all this 2 hours of build up, and then you do 3.5 minutes, and it's over, and then you go home. But yeah, it was really fun. It was cool. First time I played on national TV, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, totally. I mean, how are you feeling these days? Because it's got to be a bit of a whirlwind for you, right?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Arts and Crafts put out the record,
Yep.
and you're out here in Toronto, you're doing all this press, and you were just telling me about Sled Island. You've been doing a bunch of festivals. You did NXNE.
Yep.
Yeah, so is it continual? Do you know what I mean? Are you
Yeah.
always on the go, I guess?
Yeah, it's all of it's pretty rad. It didn't really dawn on me that I was playing on national TV at all until about last week. This fellow that writes for the Calgary Herald, Mike Bell, did an interview with me, and he's like, "You must be so nervous. That's really scary." And I was like, "What? Why?" And he's like, "You're playing on national TV live," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I never really," but I don't know. It didn't really didn't really faze me all that much. But it's weird when you don't play for an audience, you don't notice it. But anyway, yeah. But yeah, it's rad. I don't know. I've just kind of had the whole time is you kind of have your head down because you're just doing things, right, and playing, and you don't really notice all the craziness, all the awesome craziness that's happening. But it's really cool. So.
How does it feel to be on Arts and Crafts? I mean, that's got to be a big deal. I mean, were you a fan of a lot of the bands on that label, prior to getting...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for years I've known about Arts and Crafts, and it was really cool that they offered to distribute my album. So I'm still with label, Laurie Matheson's label in Calgary, so it's kind of this awesome sort of balance. But it's a bit of an honor to have their name now, but boop, and I'm on their website. I'm like, whoa! I never expected that to happen.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean, give people a little bit of history because, you're pretty young and you have an insane sound. So, for people that I guess don't know you, tell them your story. I mean, you're from Calgary. You lived in Vancouver for a while. Is that right?
Yes.
And then, you wrote this. But I mean, how long has this been around for? It's a two-part question.
Okay. This has been around for. Sorry, that's my X-Files ringtone.
Yeah, I was like,
that's yeah.
We're getting
me.
attacked by aliens.
Sorry, guys.
That's cool. Can you hear it?
Yeah. Well, I could barely hear it through the headphones. So I don't even know if it's going to come
This
through.
is us being distracted. What is
so you're a fan of the X-Files.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the X-Files.
Yeah.
I've owned all the seasons, and I've seen them many, many times.
Are you a UFO person?
Pardon?
Do you believe in UFOs?
Well, yeah, to an extent. I haven't seen any, but it doesn't make sense not to believe in it.
I have to ask because you're an X-Files person.
Totally. I'm kind of I'm in the middle between Mulder and Scully. Kind of skepticism,
Yeah.
So.
It's a fine balance.
Yeah, but no, totally. I'm obsessed with alien movies.
So I guess back to the original question. Yeah, I mean, tell people the story because you were playing, and then two people, I guess, that were pretty influential in the music scene in Calgary sort of found you, right?
Yes. I was playing a bunch, and I came back from Vancouver, and not that much longer after I came back, I had a kind of a schwack load of songs that I wrote there, and kind of when I was writing here, and I just did some demo stuff with my buddy in his basement on a crappy 4-track. And then we just put them up on the internets, and then Laurie heard it. It was like, awesome, let's make a record. So that's what we did, and yeah, I just right off the bat, Carrie Clark, she's the folk festival. What would you call her? She's the main lady, the boss guy, the music director, organizer,
something.
The big kahuna.
She does everything for the festival.
She's the main lady. Anyway,
Yeah.
I got her instant support as well, which was really cool for the Calgary scene because I got to play the folk music festival.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, right off the bat. I didn't even have anything made yet, and the album wasn't even ready, and that has never really happened before there. She just heard me play one night randomly because a friend recommended me. But yeah, so it was just like instantly like got some awesome like exposure and support within Calgary. And yeah, it's just been like growing ever since. And Laurie Matheson, who's still doing tons involving the record and managing me and stuff, is like been championing for me from square one, right? And it's been like full on support and awesome. Like none of it would exist like this. None of this would exist if it wasn't for that guy. So
yeah. Cool. Well, the album's called Tough Cookie, and I love the cover. It's very Rapunzel of you. Is that you? Is that you?
70s shampoo ad.
Yeah,
right?
totally.
That's what I thought. Yeah, it's supposed to be me, but I asked to kind of make it not look like me because I was really apprehensive about having my face on the cover. So I didn't want like a photo or like something just really obvious. I wanted to keep it classy and not so vain looking like some can. In that form. But no, all of them, some are rad. Yeah, exactly. Okay. We're like, me, yeah. It's me. No, it's
with a Flava Flav clock.
Totally, totally. But yeah, I'm really happy how it turned out. My friend Anna Ko, who's a great designer, she offered to do it, and that's what she came up with.
Well, I mean, considering the subject matter on the album, I mean, is it a breakup album for you? I mean, that's probably a pretty blunt question.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you totally.
Yeah. Okay. Are you all right?
What is it? No, I am. No. Yeah. Well, it's not necessarily just a breakup album. There's like some breakup subject, subject matter, but it's like kind of it's all things. It's about after leaving someone and being on your own and being in a new place and being with new people and it inevitably not working out, but yeah.
Well, are you okay, like, being honest like that in front of a lot of people? Because on Keep It in a Box, you kind of say you don't really like being honest, sort of, right?
Yeah, it's the like to avoid confrontation.
Yeah, me too. It's the friendliest interview ever. But yeah, no. So, I mean, are you okay, putting that sort of stuff out there? Because a lot of people, I don't think, could say what you're saying on this record and be okay with it, a lot of people hearing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're okay with it?
Well, I mean, it is what it is. So it's like, I didn't really think about it at first, that it was totally honest, like really honest and obvious that it wasn't made up.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't just like,
so it's
I have an idea. It's like,
so there's no fiction on here. This is all like.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Some of it's like it's embellished, it's melodramatic, but yeah.
And are you okay playing this stuff? Because I'd imagine do you have to sort of bring yourself to a darker space, or do you have to bring yourself back to this sort of time when you play this stuff live? And is that hard to do?
I would say it's hard to do at all. It just feels natural.
Yeah.
It's just like someone asked if I become kind of disconnected to the songs or playing them for so much time, and I don't, because they like I said, they are personal songs, but they that feeling never goes away. It's always for anyone. It's always in you. But
well, if you're having like a bad day though, and then you got to perform, like let's say You Always Come to Mind, does it bum you out at all? You know what I mean? Or are you like able to sort of turn it on and off?
I think it's turning it on and off most of the time. I think there's some of the odd time I've felt really weird after some shows, maybe because of that reason. I didn't really think too hard about it, but yeah, I don't know. It's just, but there's some fun songs. You know what the thing is about playing live shows is that it's kind of still an escape, right? Like I'm kind of awkward and whatever, right? So, but being, playing live, it's just like you kind of your mind gets in there. But the moment you stop playing, you're just thrilled that you played a whole set without totally screwing it up, or and it just being successful and fun and whatever, right? And it sounds good because at the same time you're playing live music. So there's the lyrics, lyrically, it's all that's as important, but it's the actual making the sounds happen and work and be cohesive is also just as important. So there's a lot like going on in the brain up when you're up there, but it's cool.
How long have these songs been floating around?
Depends on which one. But
Like, what's the oldest song on the record?
I'm gonna say the oldest is probably The Fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of them I wrote up even while we were in the studio, so they were kind of the freshest. Like You Always Come to Mind and Keep It in a Box was written during this while we were recording. So.
Is it? I mean, this is a standard question, but was there a catharsis there? You know, when you wrote the record, did you feel better about stuff?
They feel better about stuff?
Yeah, because people who don't have musical talent like me just end up drinking and crying in the shower. So
I do that too.
You have that outlet, right?
Drink the pain away. No.
Yeah. Let's go get a pint. No.
Yeah, totally. Jameson's, that's the way to go.
Nice choice.
I guess so. I was just more. I was thrilled to complete something like that. That to me was a really big thing, to do a whole record, a whole album. And yeah, it was. I don't know if it made me feel better. I'm still dealing with all that bullcrap.
Well, how does it feel having a full album out? Because that's got to feel really good.
It feels awesome.
Yeah.
And especially, and originally it was just like supposed to be a local release, like in Alberta or wherever we could, you know.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, the arts and crafts. And it's like, oh, all of Canada and internationally on iTunes and So that was really neat. It's really cool to know that it's on such a wider scale now. Mm-hmm.
So what's the plan, I guess, for the next little while? I mean, I guess touring.
Touring, yes, touring, yeah. And that's it. Touring, and I'm with my band, like I'm playing with a band all the time, so I mean, I've just been forcing new songs down their throat and just working on new stuff and touring, working.
Yeah. Are you stoked for 2012, I guess?
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm stoked for just the rest of this year. I mean, it's already been a crazy month so far, and it's been awesome because this is all they've been doing is just playing and this kind of stuff, which I can't complain.
Has there been a moment, like, you know, a moment where you're like, okay, wow, this is like totally happening? Was there like something that? Oh
yeah. There's two moments. It's when I found out I was at the bar. And Lori texted me, mentor, he texted me and was like, yeah, you got the arts and crafts distro thing. And I was like, what? Totally flipped out. It was awesome.
Chug? No.
Yeah. Shots
for everybody. Yeah.
I wasn't even me. It was just my friends. They're like, yeah, celebration.
Nice. You have good friends.
Yeah,
That's
really
great.
good friends. Sometimes I hate them the next morning though. But and then the other, my music video was on The Wedge.
The Wedge, yeah, I read about this. You were really excited about that.
Yeah, it was really cool because I watched it all the time when I was in high school, and I thought it was just like, yeah, that's how I learned about so many bands because I wasn't necessarily internet savvy or had the internet at home. So it was just friends telling me, and I'd watch The Wedge, and I would stay up late, and I would have a pen and paper and write down the band names after the song. So, you know, it just like had more. It was like more personal significance, but you know, just it's like music video on TV in general, and then on The Wedge. So it's like it was really cool.
I'm really glad they brought that show back with Damien. It's
me too.
Totally, yeah.
I watch it.
Yeah, he does a great job.
Yeah.
Well, I guess best of luck with the
Thank
touring
you.
process, and I guess we'll get you back in here again when the next record comes out.
Totally.
Cool.
That'd be rad.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Samantha.
man.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice meeting you.
Totally.